Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys always for being here. Whether I'm making the strangest of noises or I'm just speaking directly straight from the heart. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and continue on in our album listen of In Search of Space by Hawkwind with the track Adjust Me. After the We Took the Wrong Step years ago, the very acoustic, jammy, spacey, lots of spacey sounds in that one. After that, so I'm curious to see where Adjust Me takes us. Perhaps it will be an adjustment from the previous track in that it takes us and it cracks our back, puts us back into this space rock, heavy riffage kind of sound. We're going to find out very shortly, and by very shortly, I mean now. It's coming.
City black, encase the time, world full of men who all are blind, who walk and talk and say as one, and great are we here to know sun. Adjust me, 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 adjust
Interesting. All right, so I'm gonna let it lead into Children of the Sun, but I'm gonna do Children of the Sun in another video. I'm just gonna do it now, but I'm gonna separate it. Definitely not at all what I was expecting. Can I say something about this though that I think is really cool? I think if you were to listen to this track on its own, it may almost seem empty. It may almost seem like unsatisfying. But in listening to the album, especially coming off of the last track, this actually perfectly continues the vibe from where we came off. This is like an album track. Now, hold on. Let me make a point real quick. There's a big difference between an album track and filler. Because you could misconstrue this as filler. You could misconstrue this as, oh, they're just jamming and making sounds and experimenting. Yeah, they are. But when you're listening to it through the album, it actually works really well in this kind of cosmic connective tissue and ligament between the last track and moving into Children of the Sun. Which just for argument's sake, let's let it play into that like we were just doing. Love it. I love how it just cuts off that noise as it's speeding up, like the tape is speeding up, and it just cuts it straight off, and we get right back into this jam right here. That's so great, especially, and this is judging because I haven't heard Children of the Sun yet, but just by those few chords there, it actually kind of comes full circle from We Took the Wrong Step years ago. It kind of already has a little bit of a reminiscence of that sound. So I just think that that's really cool. I do think it's kind of funny and just me how in the beginning, or like near the beginning, you hear the door opening, and it sounds like what to me is the drummer coming in and sitting down, because you hear him kind of step on his hi-hat and everything. Like, I don't know, it sounds like the drummer comes in to the studio and they just happen to record him coming in, and then of course he starts to play, but he's playing very lightly. It almost, this is the picture I get. I can't help it. It's like the band were in for the day, and they were kind of jamming around, tuning instruments and kind of setting up everything. And they just started to experiment and started to jam. You know, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're just kind of getting the day started for rehearsals and stuff, getting ready to record. And then the drummer, he woke up a little bit late. He woke up just a few minutes late. His alarm clock didn't go off. So he walks downstairs. He sees everyone recording and getting ready. He's like, oh, maybe I should, kind of start getting warmed up with them. So he walks into the recording booth, sits down at his drum set, kind of listens to what everyone else is doing, and just kind of starts pitter-pattering about, with the drums. That's what it sounds like here in this particular track, which it works for. It doesn't need anything like overtly loud or bombast or anything like that. It just sounds like a cosmic warm-up. I know I keep using the word cosmic, but it's a spacey warm-up. How about that? It's a solar warm-up. There you go. I like all the little bits of experimentation with guitar and the keys and the synths and the voice effects, which are going up and down, and very interesting on that end. But yeah, this is just like a fun little ligament. What are you gonna ask for? So let me know what you thought of the track. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next one here. I'm gonna do it in another video, but I'm listening to it right now. Anyways, let me know what you thought of the track in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon, and all of those things. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in just another second, because I'm going to show you the next song. Bye!